I never believed in love at first sight. I thought it was just a myth, a fairy tale created to sell romantic comedies. But that all changed the day I met him. I was walking down a busy street, lost in thought, when I collided with a stranger at a coffee shop. Coffee spilled everywhere, and I was mortified. But as I looked up, I saw him, charming, witty, and kind. We talked for hours, and before I knew it, the sun was setting, and I was smitten. The next few weeks were a blur. We were inseparable, and every moment we spent together felt like a dream come true. I had never felt this way about anyone before, and I couldn't believe my luck. But as the days turned into weeks, I started to notice things that didn't add up. He would cancel plans at the last minute, or receive mysterious phone calls that he would quickly dismiss. I tried to brush it off, but the doubts were creeping in. And then, one day, I stumbled upon the truth. A wedding ring, hidden in his apartment. My heart sank, and my world came crashing down. The man I thought I knew, the man I loved, was married. I confronted him, and he tried to justify his deception. But I knew I had to walk away. I was devastated, but I knew I couldn't stay in a relationship built on lies. As I looked back, I realized I had ignored the signs. I had been so blinded by love that I had overlooked the truth. But I knew I would rise from the ashes, stronger and wiser. I'll never forget the lessons I learned from him. Love can be blind, but it can also be a powerful catalyst for growth. I'll take the scars from this experience and use them to fuel my journey forward. As I walked away from him, I felt a mix of emotions. I was angry, hurt, and betrayed. But I also felt a sense of relief. Relief that I had finally discovered the truth, and relief that I was free from the toxic relationship. I spent the next few days in a daze, trying to process everything that had happened. I felt like I was in a fog, and I couldn't see a way out. But as the days turned into weeks, I started to feel a sense of clarity. I realized that I had been given a second chance, a chance to rediscover myself and find happiness again. I started to focus on myself, on my own healing and growth. I started practicing yoga, meditating, and spending time in nature. I started to reconnect with old friends, and I even made some new ones. And as I looked back on the relationship, I realized that it had been a wake-up call. It had forced me to confront my own flaws and weaknesses, and to work on becoming a stronger, wiser person. I learned that love shouldn't hurt, that it shouldn't make you feel small or insignificant. I learned that love should lift you up, make you feel seen and heard and valued. And I learned that I deserved better. I deserved a love that was honest, kind, and true. A love that would make me feel like the best version of myself. As I stood in front of the mirror, looking at my reflection, I smiled. I smiled because I knew that I was going to be okay. I knew that I was strong enough to overcome anything, and that I was worthy of love and happiness. And as I walked away from the mirror, I felt a sense of hope. Hope that the future would bring me joy, love, and happiness. Hope that I would find my true love, my soulmate, my everything. Months went by, and I continued to focus on myself. I started taking classes, learning new skills, and pursuing my passions. I started to feel like myself again, like the person I was before the relationship. One day, while I was out with friends, I met someone. His name was Max, and he was kind, charming, and genuine. We talked for hours, and I felt a connection that I hadn't felt in a long time. As we started dating, I was cautious. I didn't want to get hurt again, and I didn't want to rush into anything. But Max was patient, kind, and understanding. He took things slow, and he let me set the pace. As we got to know each other, I realized that Max was different. He was honest, trustworthy, and true. He made me feel seen, heard, and valued. He made me feel like I was home. I knew that I still had scars from my previous relationship. I knew that I still had trust issues, and that I still had fears. But Max was gentle, kind, and understanding. He helped me to heal, to trust again, and to love again. As I looked into Max's eyes, I knew that I had found my soulmate. I knew that I had found my true love. I knew that I had found my everything.